All right, so the first question in homework number 2. Is so equipment purchased, so it's talking about two equipments and the price at different times. Okay, so what is known is it is purchased when it was purchased in 2006, the price was 30,000. Okay, but it must be replaced in late 2017, which means you need to replace it with a new one. You want to buy a new one in 2017. So what is the estimated cost of the replacement equipment based on the following cost indices? So it's talking about a price index. And then, so what method we want to use to estimate the future cost, the cost of this equipment in 2017. So the method is gonna be indexing method, okay? And then based on that first question, which formula is the one for cost estimating technique you just chose in the previous question? So if you chose indexing method, so what is the formula for indexing method? This is the one, okay? Again, because all the answers are shuffled, so maybe on your answers, the right answer is not listed as the first option. Okay, so don't just think, okay, the first option is correct, and then you go back to check your answer and you say, hey, why not my first answer is not correct? Maybe it's shuffled, so the order of the answers are different. Okay. All right, the question number 3. So for the cost estimating technique and the formula you chose, what are the data needed for the calculation? If you correctly chose this equation, and then you want to know the cost of that equipment in different years, and then the indices in different years, right? But the years are the tricky thing. So let's just reread this statement. So you know that 2006, that's an earlier year, you know, and the price for the equipment is 30,000. So you know the C in the year 2006, right? That's the first thing you know. And then what you want to know is the price in the year of 2017. And other things you know is the indices, okay? And because you want to know the price in these 2 years, so the indices you want to use is I in the year of 2006 and also the I in the year of 2017. And among these 4 things, this one is unknown, so this is not a given condition. Well, in this question, what the given condition you need to use to calculate the C, the cost in 2017 is gonna be C 2006, I bar 2006, and I bar 2017. Okay, so that's gonna be this answer. And then according to the statement, you already have some values of this variables in your equation, right? So just go back to check the statement. You will know that the C 2006, the cost in 2006 is 30,000. And then the I bar in 2006 for that equipment is what is this? It's 149. And the I bar 2017 is what? Is this? It's 265. Okay, so that's the 3 variables you want to use. And go check these options. So this one is the correct answer. And then, so now it's the time for you to use the equation. So remember, this is the equation you chose. That's the indexing method equation. So because the 2017 price is the thing you want to know, so you want to put the C 2017 on the left side. That's what you want to calculate. On the other side, that's all the things you know. So the K is gonna be 2006, right? That's the price, that's the year of the price. That's the year of the given price, right? And then you want to write this ratio between two indices. One indices above the bar, that is the I bar N. So N is gonna be the same year of the unknown year, okay? So it's 2017. And then beneath this bar is gonna be I bar K. K is gonna be the year when you know the price. So it's 2006. So that is the right equation. Okay, so you want to choose this one. And after that, it's very straightforward. You just substitute those, variables, the values you just chose in this slide, and then calculate. So C 2017 is gonna be, C 2006 is 30,000 times a ratio between I bar 2017 is 265 and I bar 2006 is 149. Okay, and do the calculation, and then you will have the answer as 53,355.7, which is this one. Okay. Second problem. Okay, so a 20,000 square foot warehouse. That's kind of a size of a house. Okay, was just constructed for $800,000. That's the cost of that size. If the cost capacity factor is 0.83, cost capacity factor, that's something we use for the power sizing method. What is the estimated cost to construct a 30,000 square foot warehouse? This is another size. Okay, so sounds like it is a power sizing method problem, because you're estimating a bigger size based on the cost of a smaller size of similar project, similar warehouse. Okay, so the method is gonna be power sizing. And what is the equation of power sizing? That's very straightforward. This is the equation, okay? And then, so what are the values for those variables you're gonna use in this problem? So think about that. We have two warehouses. One is 20,000 square foot. The other is 30,000 square foot. And this is the size. Okay. And then you have another information, that's the cost. So for the 20,000, the cost is 800,000. And now you want to know what is the cost for the 30,000. Okay. So what is the C 30,000 square foot warehouse? Another thing you know is the X, which is 0.83. Okay, so now you wanna just select. Okay, so cost of a 20,000 square feet house. That's the C 20,000 square feet. This is 800,000, and the cost capacity ratio, it's not 1. That's wrong. Okay, so now let's look at the second option. Yes, you want to know this, and then you want to use X with X equals to this number. That's correct. Also, you want to use the size, but the size of the 20,000 square feet, it's not 30,000. It should be 20,000. Okay, so this is wrong too. And then now let's look at the third option. The the cost of 20,000 square feet warehouse is 800,000, not 6. Okay, so this one is wrong. Then let's look at the fourth option. Okay, so C, the cost for the smaller size warehouse is 800,000, correct. And then the capacity is 0.83, correct. And then the size of the smaller one is 20,000, correct. And the size for the bigger one is 30,000, correct. So that's the variables you want to use. And then now you need to write down this equation. Okay, so the CA is something you want to find out. So in this case, it is the bigger warehouse cost you want to find out. So CA should be 30,000 square foot. Okay, so that's the cost of the bigger one, the bigger warehouse. And then you put all the known variables on the right side. So the cost you already know is for the 20,000 square feet warehouse. So C, 20,000 square foot, and times a ratio, which is between the sizes. So the size above the bar is SA, so that's gonna be the size of the unknown warehouse, which is the 30,000. And then the size beneath this bar is gonna be the size of the warehouse you know the price, so it's gonna be 20,000. Okay, and then the X is given as 0.83. So check these three options, which one is correct. The first one, okay? And now let's just calculate it. So C, 30,000 square feet, the cost of that bigger warehouse equals to 800,000 times 30,000 over 20,000 to the power of 0.83. So that is 800,000 times this equals to 1.5 to the power of 0.83. And 8,000 times this, what is this? This is 1.5 to the power of 83. Okay, let me use my calculator. Okay, I'm back. So I got my calculator. So now we're looking at 1.5 to the power of 0.83. So the answer on my calculator is 1.4. Okay, and then you time that with 800,000. That's gonna be 1,120,000. 0.72. Okay, so that's the rounding problem. Okay, if you compare these four options, this one is the closest to my answer. If you don't round up the 1.5 to the power of 0.83 to 1.4, you might have that same answer as mine. So actually it should be 1.40009. Is that correct? Yeah. So, well, it's just a rounding problem, okay? So that's why we said choose the one closest to your answer, okay? So don't worry about that. And the next question, the time to assemble the first unit on the production line is 10 hours. Well, we don't know what is the product is, so it's fine. But it's making something, and the first product cost the manufacturer 10 hours. Okay, and the learning rate is 0.9. Approximately how long will it take for the sixth unit to be assembled? Okay, so it's talking about the learning rate. So we're gonna use the learning curve method. Okay, so this is the method. And then if you chose learning curve method, then you want to choose the equation, which is this one. These questions are very easy, okay? And now you want to find out the right values for those, variables in the equation. So in this equation, you're gonna find out the k, the u, the n, okay? So k, by definition, that's the time cost, that's the time cost for the first ever product. So in this case, it's given as 10 hours, okay? And the u is which, how do I say that? Like which unit you're looking at, because this one, you're looking at the cost for the sixth unit, so the u is gonna be 6. And n, we said n is the log s over log 2. And what is s? S is the learning rate, which is 0.9. So if you compare this with the answers, this is gonna be your right answer. And now let's just calculate. So the time cost for the sixth unit is gonna be Z6 equals to K is 10 times U is 6 to the power of N, okay? Then what is N? N is log 0.9 over log 2, which is negative 0.152. So you need to substitute this value for n. So your Z6 is gonna be 10 times 6 to the power of negative 0.152. And the answer is 7.61 hours. So this is gonna be the one closest to your answer. And the last two questions are based on your reading assignment. Remember that? So you're gonna read through several pages, and then you will see where are the statements. So the first statement is talking about the two fundamental approaches for cost estimating, the top-down method and the bottom-up method. And then you can find the exact statement on page 36, the last two paragraphs, okay? So if you doubt about this, you can just go back to check. So for this statement, yes, it is true. And then the second statement is talking about the work breakdown structure. So this statement is talk about like the definition of it, what's the function, and what are the three things or the rules you need to consider. So this statement can be found at on page 65. You got 3 bullet points of the cost estimating technology. The first point is talking about what is WBS. And then again on page 68, you have 3 points. It's about how do you use the WBS, the thing you need to be careful about. So of course this is true.